This video covers shorts trying to delist AMC, Apes becoming millionaires, the impending breakout, and more. What happened yesterday is my first topic. AMC on time and sales at 3 hours 59 minutes and 59 seconds 1.01. 3 seconds after market closing, it hits 0.98. Every broker exchange indicated 0.98 AMC. This seems strange to many because it happened after hours. It shouldn't show AMC's price. We must realize that this is absolutely typical. Almost every ticker does that. It's usual for an action done after hours to determine the pricing. Since this big order came in, the short's motivation must be discussed. Why they're attempting to reach 0.98. Again, this happens practically every ticker. It's more important for AMC because of their goals. We must remember this first. Mark Cuban posted this on Reddit a time ago. He stated short sellers wanted to never cover their short, but that would put the company out of business or delisted. We've always said this. The only way short sellers can win and never cover their short is to bankrupt or delist AMC. This is why they're trying. AMC might be delisted if it receives a deficiency notice and its stock closes below $1 for 30 consecutive business days. And this is their goal. Remember that if we move beyond $1, AMC resets immediately, so the first 9 days don't count. That's why they're frightened and want to stop AMC from closing. Closing above $1 is crucial. As we observed, the interaction and mechanism underlying this happen. This is because they want to delist AMC. They want to avoid paying for their billions of synthetics. So that's our focus. Volume seems to be rising with AMC, which raises problems. Still barcode at $1 per share. The pressure must be great. For AMC, off-exchange has been booming. Yesterday, AMC closed at 0.98 despite market hours being at 1.01. Therefore, we had a 0% move. You can see huge volume from yesterday and the day before. At least for yesterday, March 31st, there was no movement. Today, we ended at 102, above $1. Resetting that and shaming short sellers. But we must realize that AMC is experiencing so much volume. We're seeing short sellers stress. Their liquidity system is clearly stressed, and they're doing everything they can to stop additional movement. It explains 23.73 million and 0% price change. We mentioned 91.47 off exchange. It reached 91.47 today. The NYSE received 181,000 of 5.6 million off-exchange shares. If you want to speak about how absurd this is and see the attempt to stop AMC from rising, look at this, using 91.47 off-exchange. This is definitely ridiculous. They do this because they know that if they let AMC run wild, it will quickly reach hundreds or thousands. This is why they're attempting to stop it. We've seen AMC rise 50 to 60% in a day previously. How AMC can be stopped will also be examined. All of this points to one thing. Shorts can't manage AMC's speed. It's not only AMC's inability to manage hundreds. Even in the current level, if AMC rises 30, 40, or 50%, they'll be under enormous difficulty because they have to short so many shares every day. AMC moving up 30% now will only put at 135. That would be extremely stressful. We were at this price 2 months ago. This is how we know the synthetic situation is out of control. How we know they made so many synthetics they can't handle it. Even a little percentage change has big effects. They're trying to avoid huge movements because they know AMC can run without suppression or manipulation. As of 8:50 a.m., borrowed 2.8 million shares, returned 1.1, netted 1.7,160,000 volume. It appears they usually borrow 10 times the volume. What's happening is already on display. Again, a significant debut of synthetics, because the returned shares are presumably fake shares. Since we're seeing 10 times that volume, if we go with a normal 7 to 3 inflow to outflow ratio, 30% of that volume is selling and 30% is synthetics. It's likely that all 30% of that volume is being created every day. It appears that shorts are generating synthetics to lower the market, not people selling. It appears they're doing that. This is why we claim their manufacturer position has grown out of hand, and any minor movement will corrupt them. Thus, A 91% AMC is required. Recessions lead to the creation of millionaires and billionaires. This worries them. This is why everyone wants AMC. We've discussed why institutions and safe haven investors like AMC. We must also understand how others are realizing the opportunity. Apes like you and me have done everything we can to uncover industry issues. Many are noticing the market's current state. More individuals are understanding AMC and GME's manipulation and deceit. They're attempting to get AMC because of this. We know there are no more float shares. We must realize that when AMC and GME squeeze, we will laugh at the end. Check out the Terror Index, soaring over breakout line today. It initiated the AMC 2021 squeeze. This must break out in the next day or two and send AMC. I no longer thrill everyone with a certain day. However, we must honestly assess industry and AMC volume. We've discussed this before. The film, movie, and theater industries are good, especially now. Many are trying to invest in this industry. AMC stands out when you dig deep into the industry to locate the best investment and possibilities. That's why volume is high. I'm not trying to choose a day, but when volume increases, AMC might have a huge breakout. This, combined with the fact that they're trying to exploit all of this, where we see 0% price change and 91% dark pool for AMC, makes sense that people are interested. It makes sense that these are aligning. Mental preparedness is also needed because AMC runs with high volatility. AMC may drop to $40, then $5, then $60, $100, $3, and $200. This is possible because they aim to shake people out at low pricing. Bear in mind that short sellers will not buy or cover AMC shares at $100. Naturally, they seek to cut costs. So they'll try to terrify people into thinking they've lost out on the opportunity if AMC gets to $100 and then back to $3, and then they'll start selling. We must also remember that none of this is financial advice. So do your own homework. We've seen before that if we do nothing and they can't acquire any shares at $3, they'll have to offer us more. It helped AMC rise so high before. As shown here, I believe every AMC share traded since March 21st is phony. Many billions are hidden in swaps. So this is what we're looking at. We always said that. Just understanding how many AMC synthetics have been made and how the market is going. As I indicated earlier, the daily sale volume appears to be synthetic. The synthetic volume will be 10 times what's happening. To determine how many synthetics were made, that yields billions, tens, or hundreds of billions, or trillions of synthetics for AMC in the last 5 years. Imagine how much money would be needed to cover all of those. Looking at the macro aspect, we can discuss why people buy AMC and invest in the industry. We discussed the recession-proof theater industry. Second, the theater industry is growing. First, Project Hail Mary was 2020 SXS's highest-grossing film. Adam Aaron says the upcoming Super Mario Galaxy movie will fare better. I recommend watching this movie if you're interested. This is also on my radar. I believe it's fantastic, but AMC has so many movies coming out this year that will do well. AMC has many almost full showings, whereas Cinemark had none. We know people choose AMC to Cinemark because of this. We know that now. We've always argued that comparing prices doesn't make sense because they have strong foundations. Why does Cinemark constantly have green days and AMC red when we're performing better? Another example of our betting beating them. This is another reason people understand AMC is the biggest investment opportunity right now, especially in the business. People certainly want that. We had a great Q1 box office. Only 6 million remain to be the best Q1. Tuesday figures average 11 to 15 million. Possibly we can beat that. It will be intriguing to witness. But we must know, even with the same box office, if we see 1.722 billion, AMC is more efficient in 2026 than in 2023. We can still make more money. That's the most important thing to grasp. What shall we desire for AMC? Why bother about AMC macro? Why bother with fundamentals? AMC could lower float by buying back shares. In that case, shorts will know the dividend is unsustainable when announced. That's when they'll go to the hills to escape first. For those unfamiliar, we said this. A company's dividend must be paid by short sellers first. After paying all shorted shares, the business pays the remaining dividends. Given short sellers' creation of tens or hundreds of billions of synthetics, even a 0.1 cent or $0.1 payout from AMC would have huge repercussions. Short sellers will still have to pay $1 billion in dividends if 10 billion synthetic shares were issued. This will be consistent and consecutive. Short sellers may hold for a month or quarter, depending on the dividend rate and period, but this will add up. If they produce more synthetics, the dividend payment will rise. So you can see how AMC offering dividends would put great pressure on short sellers. We also experienced a 76% GME dark pool increase yesterday. I think this happened for a huge reason. First, they seek to stop buy orders. They want bullish pressure stopped. Why do they desire this? GameStop announced their takeover of Bed Bath & Beyond shortly after, so this is their purchase. Will this be the only acquisition? No idea, but they do this. It appears that some heard about that. They tried to stop people from buying GME because they knew it might be a huge play. Additionally, the GameStop coin is now $278 trillion. Again, I don't understand this coin. Nobody understands what's occurring. Some suggested GME's bear shorts were to blame. Again, no one has convincing proof. If you have any clues or ideas, comment below. However, GME has been accomplishing big things recently. We discussed purchases and choices. This GameStop coin is booming. It seems they're trying to naked short GME more. Another important factor is that some people are linking GME short volume, rising beyond 65% to Bank of Canada, lending billions overnight. Again, no direct relationship can be confirmed. However, GME and AMC have often had important occurrences in the past. AMC ran, causing data and technical issues for numerous brokers. GME runs reveal market makers and hedge funds' liquidity difficulties. It appears that most of the funds are being spent to directly attack AMC and GME. Warren Buffett stated the banking system is fragile, which is another significant thing. He just sold Bank of America stock, Citadel's principal derivatives broker. People again repeat what we've said. Preparations are underway. Citadel shorting AMC, GME, and synthesizing both. Bank of America is the principal broker and lender. Thus, Citadel Bank of America would suffer greatly if something happened.